Women Writing for a Change. We started about the same time here in Jacksonville, and our focus is creating safe space primarily for women, but not exclusively. And we have worked with certainly with adolescents and teens. But our primary focus is creating a place where this women-centered organization gives women-centered folks a chance to share their experiences. So I am going to start with our practices. Hi, Wendy. And I'm going to light a candle. Women Writing for a Change is a local community, but we have sister communities all over or in various places around the country. And so the way we do this is about 35 years of the way that we've been doing it. So just take a moment, if you would, to get yourself centered. I'm in a yoga studio, so I'm very centered.
Yeah.
And we'll begin by reading our agenda. I will share my screen so you can see it. Okay. Can everybody see that?
We're fine, huh?
Okay, thanks. Okay. So let's begin by ringing this chime. Practice until you make it a song that sings you. And that's Sue Monk Kidd. Our words are feathers that fly on our breath. Let them go in a holy direction. And that's Jean Lohman in her poem, Between Silence and Answer. And from Lucille Clifton, poems come out of wonder, not out of knowing. And the poem is Light. I want to write of the light, but I do not know whether words can illuminate the way it hangs upon branches and bird wings and broken things, returning beings to beauty. Can words spin substance from sunshine and decay? Can words cajole celebration from night-weary birds? Can words warm surfaces of stones and sorrows? Can words reveal richness in mundane and battered things? I do not know. But if we would write a tomorrow, which is wider than wounds we have worn, we might wield words like benedictions and remember blessings within brokenness, beginnings within endings, and beauty within all things. And that's Light by Bernadette Miller. Okay, so the theme of our circle today is justice. Women Writing for a Change Jacksonville has an annual art show that we put on where we feature women artists, and our theme has been "And Justice for All" over this past year. So today I'm referencing that, and I'll show you some art from the show. So we're going to pass a virtual talking stone and introduce yourselves. I'm going to ask you to say your name and a line from the poem or a quote that was meaningful for you. And then I want you to complete the sentence, I want to write of. Okay, and I'll go first so you know what to do. So, and I have a talking stone. This is our talking stone. We'll pass it virtually. That way everybody has a chance to speak and not one person takes over. So let's see, I'm Jennifer. My pronouns are she, her. I just love these two lines. Our words are feathers that fly on our breath. Let them go in a holy direction. And I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. Let's add that too. And I want to write of the light and the way it lights you. And I'll pass the talking stone. We're gonna go in the order that I see you on your screen. So I'm passing the talking stone to you, Sharon, for starters. And then you pick the next person.
Okay, I'm Sharon Scholl. Let's see, I'm definitely she and her. The lines that struck me was Lucille Clifton's poems come out of wonder, not out of knowing. I thought perversely, I'm always sort of perverse, that so many of my poems come out of annoyance that needs expression. So anyway, that was funny. And I would like to write of things that really matter to me, whether they matter to anyone else or not. So Alana, let's pass the talking stone to you.
All right. Hi, my name is Alana Tutwiler. I'm in Jacksonville. Also, she, her. And the line that spoke to me was also poems come out of wonder, not out of knowing. A lot of times I write, sometimes it seems like out of being overwhelmed and needing to get it out on paper. And I would like to write of justice and peace. And I will pass it to, I only see 4 people. So the next person I see, it says hope at hand.
That's Brooks.
Brooks.
Hi.
Okay.
Yeah. My name is Brooks, she, her, Jacksonville. I would say the Sue Monk Kid, the practice until you make it a song that sings you, speaks to me just because I think it speaks to authenticity in writing and just being comfortable with writing from where you are and who you are versus trying to do something that's like someone else. And I want to write of joyful things. I'm not very good at that. I tend to also write from a place of like just purging. So that's not always very joyful and lovely. So I would like to write of joyful things.
Thank you, Brooks. And you can pass the stone, pick someone to pass to.
I will pass the stone to Parv, is up next on mine.
Thank you so much. My name is Parv. I'm from the UK. My pronouns are she, her. I like the sentence, can words spin substance? Of course they can. The substance is ourselves. And I like to, I like to write poems about empathy and compassion. Thank you.
Okay, thank you,
Oh,
Parv.
and then pick someone virtually. I'd like to choose Bonnie, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm assuming that's me. I'm the only Bonnie. I just came in, so I'm
Yes.
reading quickly. I like to write write about anything and everything that the muse tells me to write about, and it sparks interest. And so that's what I like to write about. And I like that we might wield words like benedictions is a line that I just came to, and that really strikes with me, that we can use that to heal people.
Thank you. Okay, and who would you like to pass to?
I do not know who has and has not gone, so I will take a guess and think that maybe the person who has iPod up as their name right now hasn't gone yet.
Good, thank you. All right, iPad, can you hear us? All right, let's hold that thought with iPad, and how about Wendy?
Hi, I'm Wendy. I'm here in Alsea, Oregon, which is a tiny, tiny rural town on the Alsea River. And I really resonated with the poems come out of wonder, not out of knowing. And the wish would be that could write something where the reader is really entering a space and they come out of it different and clearer and with more peace.
Okay, great, thank you. And Wendy, how about if you pass to Shu?
Okay, pass to Shu. Sorry.
Shu, are you able to share?
I believe they posted in the chat because of audio video issues. It's in the chat though.
Okay, thanks. All right, let's see what it says. Oh, thank you. Okay. The light, the way it hangs upon branches and bird wings. Oh yes, I love that one too. And you want to write beyond the concrete. Okay, Shu, that's wonderful. Thank you. And I'll let you pass over to PJ, and then to Mar, and PJ, you'll pass to Mari.
Hi, I'm PJ, they, she, London, UK, and I like writing into existence, whether it's about my existence or the existence of somebody understanding, more a way of understanding what is and what isn't, and so I like writing into questions more than into answers. I am picking, I want to write of the light, but I do not know whether words can illuminate as what strikes me. And did I miss any questions?
No, that's beautiful. Thank you, PJ.
And I'm picking Mari.
Yes, thank you.
Hi, everybody. It's lovely to see everybody. I'm Mari, and I'm coming to you from Mayo in Ireland. I'm she, her. I'm picking the quote from Suman Kidd, practice until you make it a song that sings you. I tend to write a lot about nature, but I also like to write about the unspeakable and to try and shine the light on the things that need the light shone upon them, so that it'll give voice to those that may not have a voice. And I think that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mari. Okay. Anyone else that we missed? Okay. I want to write. I want to write of the light and the way it lights you. That really matters to me. I want to write about being overwhelmed and needing to get it out, and also justice and peace. I want to write about joyful things, but I'm not very good at that. I want to write about empathy and compassion and anything and everything that my muse tells me to. I want to write. I want to write. I want to write about entering a space and carving out a way for people to see things from a clearer place. I want to write beyond the concrete, writing my existence into existence. What is and isn't. I want to write about the unspeakable things that need to have light shined upon them. I want to write about light and the way light lights you. Okay, little found poem. Thank you all. So now I'm going to give you a chance to write. I want to do two writes today, so we're going to write for 6 minutes to start. And let me set my timer first so I don't forget. We're going to do something called a fast write. And the fast write is a term coined by Natalie Goldberg, and it's the idea of writing so quickly that you can leave that inner editor behind. You're just gonna keep going, following that pen, okay? First thought, best thought. Stay ahead of the inner critic. Keep writing until the timer goes off. And remember, there's no need to correct, because any letter that you make is already a symbol, is already a message. And there may be hidden messages in anything that you write. So very important not to cross them out. Let them live. Just keep going. Okay. So speaking of which, first prompt, finish that thought. I want to write of what? Okay. Or, since we always have choices, how has poetry writing become, or do you want it to become, a song for you? What does poetry sing to you? Or how does your poetry sing when it does? Or number 3, wise words from Lucille. What do you wonder about? What did you wonder about when you were a child? What fills you with wonder? Because that's a place to begin writing poetry from. Okay, and many of you spoke of the contrast between different parts of your life, the light and the shadow. So what is sunshine and decay for you in your life? And how are you turning that into poetry? Or I'll show you this art. I'll do that part for the second, right? Okay, for now, let's stick with these prompts. And I'm going to have us all start at once. So, and I'm going to do a little tiny breathing meditation with you just to help you to allow all those prompts to settle in, okay? Let go of any preconceived ideas and just be open and filled with wonder. If you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes. This is a writing practice. And just take a moment to get centered. Soften your belly. Straighten your spine. Soft belly, strong spine. balanced. And let's just take a few sweet breaths, remembering breath gives us life. Let's take a nice breath in and out. Another breath in and out. And another breath in and out. When you're ready, you may begin. Okay. Okay, try to wrap that up. Um, let's do a second write. This is a 6-minute write again. And since you're still in a little bit of a state, I'll just take you into this part. What I'm suggesting is that you take what you just wrote, if you wrote it as prose, and turn it into a poem. Just how would you say that same thing in poetic form? Is there anything that you might do to strengthen it? Or you can write to one of the other prompts or a line from the poem. Okay, so let's just go right into it. I want to give you lots of chances to write here. So when you're ready, you may begin. Okay, everyone, try to wrap that up. Okay, if you're able to come off screen, that would be great. I think we have just enough time to do this. Brooke, do you know how to do breakout rooms? That's okay.
I am not certain how to do that effectively.
That's okay. We got it. Okay, so we're going to share what we wrote. And just as I did for you when you were speaking in the beginning, I'm going to ask you to listen to a line or two from each person that struck you or that strikes you. Okay. Now, if you are reading, I'm just going to quickly tell you the guidelines. We just share our name and we read straight. We don't talk about it. We don't justify it. We just read it. Okay. You can say what prompt, but we're on limited time, so I want to keep our words just to the essence. And I also, if you don't want to read your whole thing, you could read a section of it. And we're going to go in the same order that I got you in earlier, I believe. So I'll call it out and I'll begin. And I'm Jennifer. And I wrote about the light. And this is my second my poem. I want to write of the light, the way it lights you, it lights me. Phone call, Australia. Yes, my son needs money, but he needs me too. My daughter next to him. Light so strong, they squint. Hard light on soft faces, white light. I'm so happy to see them both. Glad they called me. Showed me the gardens, the peaks and valleys of the Opera House. Budgies in treetops, magpies in branches, black, white, green. I want to write of the light that shines over them, protects them, I hope, from harsh realities, the clarity of pain, and the heat of truth. And I'll pass to Sharon.
Okay, I'm Sharon, she and her, and I write a good bit of choral music, which of course has a text, and it's about this. I thought, hey, let me make it rhyme just for the heck of it. So here it goes. Every word must sing before it meets the page. Every word must have a beat and lead a thought away. Every word must fit the score and find it can belong among its near companions so they make a better song.
Thank you, Sharon. And you'll pass to Alana.
All right, Alana.
Hi, Alana, she, her, and I used the I wonder prompt. I wonder where heaven is because surely earth is hell. Mom, are you there? Can you see how much I still need you? Can you see how much I struggle? Please send help. Or maybe the help is that I'm still alive and fighting. I need to see you in my dreams again. And can you visit my sister too? Let her know I miss her. And can she please talk to me? I am tired and in need of mothering.
Thank you, Alana. And you'll pass to Brooks.
Sorry, I've got a dog losing its mind in the living room. My husband's coming to get her. Okay. I did the sunshine prompt. So Florida, a state of constant light, sunshine breaking through the bulk of my moments, both literally and figuratively. It is coffee with extra cream and good morning text from my husband, who calls me honey, but with an emoji. It is teenagers crawling from dark rooms for food and quick catch-ups, a hug if I'm lucky. It is work I am privileged to do and school I am privileged to attend. Art, writing, my mom calling, and my dad rambling on about books and Jesus. It is good food and not being afraid to eat it, a car that takes me any and everywhere I could want or need to go, a freedom almost absurd.
Thank you, Brooke. And you'll pass to Parv if you want to put yours. If anybody needs to, you can also put it in the chat, but go ahead, Parv.
Mine is, I'm Pav. Mine is about wonder about a child. I wrote in prose and then it turned into a poem. So butterflies, swings, roses, toffee logs, Kojak lollipops. If only life was like this forever. Weekend sleepovers at Grandma's, St. Elmo's, Blockbusters, 18, lamb shanks and basmati rice, 5:15 sharp. Grandpa in his mohair jumper, green accounts book, puts on a Bollywood film. No, we scream. Yes, he screams. Settling down to fish steak supper, herbs, white fish, hot and not hot and spicy or exotic, like curry and rice, plaiting hairs, comparing shoe sizes, dreaming of marriage and babies. At the car park, none of our dreams manifest, except perhaps as nightmares, wishing life was simple. Dreams are all we had, believed in, dreamt of, and then woke up to nightmares, the dreams, shelved like bookends, life, a mirage, a mirror, wondering if we are ever ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Parv. Okay, and you're passing to Bonnie.
Bonnie, she, her, and I wrote about sunshine, and I wrote it as a prose poem, but then I edited it down to for brevity. Good things in my life, specifically poetry, my first love, my always love, my truest love, a love that's ooey gooey hotness wafting in the air, teasing my nose and making my mouth water. Knowledge it is there to nibble brings warm fuzzies. A million butterflies flap their wings in union.
Thank you. Thank you, Bonnie. Yes, and feel free, you can put your readbacks in the chat like Mari is doing. Thank you, Mari. Okay, Bonnie's passing to Wendy. Wendy, would you like to share?
Sorry about that. Yes, I had to get back to the mute button there. And the light, I should explain, I've got severe light sensitivity, so we just have red light here. So that's why I usually don't use the camera. Okay, I wrote on the one about wonders, what you wonder about. Wonders. Earliest memory, wonders. Uh-oh, I'm sorry, my computer's doing something strange. Okay, wonders. Earliest memory wonders how can draw from core, as in body rocking, blue marker in 18-month-year-old hand. Next memory wonders what peaceful, perfect home could be, this tiny dollhouse at the store. Glance of wistful, perhaps 3-year-old eyes implored a mom. Next memory wonders about fairies. Is that their writing? Sunlit squiggles upon the pool water. Perhaps 5-year-old tongue pretends to translate. Next memory wonders why it all has to be so hard. This one's jumping back. 2-year-old hand rubs ear. My Uncle Mark notices, says something, and for once TV's turned down. And jumping ahead preteen years, Grandpa's late night TV blast. This wondering why I can't sleep. Parasympathetic response. This longing carried forward. Tools procured. Meditation, prayer, slow sorting. Light to one side, dark to the other. Breeze to blow through. Touch these walls. a wonder.
Mm.
And I'm not sure who hasn't gone. I think you're choosing the next person. That's right.
Yes, you'll go to Shu. I was just checking if Shu was wanted to share. I think somebody said they didn't want to.
I believe she said she didn't want to share.
Okay, Shu. Thank you though for putting all these lovely. Oh, look. Nice. Thank you, Shu. I'll read it for you. From the conch, the ocean whispers into a single ear its tale of distant home. Her mind hears the surge of childhood. The shell is dry, calcium old and cool. The woman feels sun-warmed brine pumping her thin hands, pale and sifting through tender fingers. Crabs disappear impossibly into packed damp sand. The conch set back. She returns to dust. Thank you, Shu. All right, and we have PJ and then Mari. PJ, would you like to share?
No, thanks.
Okay, all right. Thank you, PJ. And we're passing now to Mari.
Hi, I'm Mari. Wine slants of light encircle the swan as she rocks from side to side, tugs at the undergrowth. Shards of silver and lemon embrace her, touch the heartbeat of each pulsing wave. I'm right there.
Thank you. Thank you, Mari. Okay. You've all done a beautiful job of tracking. Why doesn't everybody just take at least one readback line and put it in the chat, please, so we could document that.
You mean choosing from somebody else's or choosing
Yes,
from our
choosing
own?
from someone else's. Okay. I wrote one from each person, so I'm just going to name those in right now. Every word must sing. Surely earth is hell, a state of constant light. Cold Jack lollipops, ooey gooey hot. 5-year-old tongue, no thanks. Touch the heartbeat of each pulsing wave. And one more from Shu. The shell is dry, calcium old, and cool. Oh, and I also liked crabs disappear impossibly. Let's do a little round of applause for all of you. Lovely, lovely lines. Thank you. Okay. Yes. So very helpful to take a moment to use that deep listening skill when you're listening to someone's writing and reflect back to them what they said before you impose your ideas on it. Let's be mirrors, or let's be mirrors first. Now, I've got folks who are extremely experienced poets on the screen here. So I just want to share with you a couple of things. Notice that the found poem that we did at the beginning, even what you have with the readback lines, that is, of course, you have to be a little bit careful when you're using somebody else's poetry. You have to, lines, you have to ask permission, but certainly that is a way of honoring and writing poetry. So it's a lovely collective poem. You know, just an option, by the way, you can always write a haiku, take these two rights. If you had a prose piece like I did, then a poem, then you might go all the way to a haiku. And that isn't the only way to do haikus, 575. You can do them other ways too. Or you can also make haikus from each of the readback lines, which is fun. I want to share a checklist that we use when we are editing works for the anthology that we produce annually, which, by the way, by participating in this circle today, you are eligible to submit for our anthology. It's a radically inclusive anthology. That means if you submit, you will be in. So the eligibility is around attending and understanding what a circle is. So the first thing that I tend to do when I'm not a poet per se, so I have to look to techniques when we edit that have evolved from working with other poets on how they edit. So first we're checking for the form, you know, and the basics of spelling, punctuation, tense consistency, and form consistency. You'll notice in the poem that we had today, we had the setup with 4 questions consistently, boom, 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 and then, I don't know, building, answering. So we want to look for word usage consistency there and style consistency. The other thing that I need to do is I want to make sure that I understand a poem. Now that doesn't happen on the first read. You know, you've got to read it a number of times, including reading it out loud. But it is helpful to, I mean, we are communicating, but we're concealing as well as revealing. But let's make sure that it does make sense to other people. That's the benefit of feedback. My journalism 101 writer in grad school said the first thing to do is remove all the cliche in your pieces. We don't need tired phrases. And of course, we're going to look in our poems for areas that tell instead of show. Is there imagery?
I think you've frozen. I'm not sure if you can hear me, Jennifer.
Oh, there I am.
There you go.
Okay, sorry. I'm not sure how much you didn't hear, but we're checking for imagery, parallels, and consistency. Extra words, chick, 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 not necessary. The ands, etc. But the poet is the chooser, right? When I'm editing people's poetry and they want that word, they get to keep it. It's your poem. Okay. Flow. Is it singing? Is it going in a meter that makes sense? Can it be read out loud and delight the ears that are listening? And here's one that we don't often check for, but it is so important to check your own writing for inherent biases. You know, words like things like saying, you know, pregnancy is not for wussies, for example, is derogatory language, right? So we don't know how much our brains have incorporated basically white supremacist language, anti-woman, anti-BIPOC. It is embedded in our in our words, all the war metaphors, all the sport metaphors. Okay, so read separately for that. Okay, and the single story is like as if women are all one thing or anybody is all one thing. So okay, I'm ending. It's 12:55, so I just want to tell you that I really appreciate it, being able to share this time with you. We do have a couple of events coming up. So watch our website. It's womenwritingjacksonville.org. And I just want you to take a moment. I'm going to stop share. Just share one word in the chat box about today's circle. One word for you.
I also just want to, before everyone leaves, I'm going to share my screen one more time with the QR code that will allow you to learn more about Hope at Hand and then donate if you so choose. Did that pop up?
Yes.
I don't know why this is so difficult for me to fandangle here. Anyways, you can scan that and it'll tell you more about us. I think it'll even ask you to do a survey or donate if you're interested in donating. We also have a whole bunch more of these coming up. So if you haven't registered for the other workshops, they're all pretty fantastic and they're all free. They're all at the same time and they're all on Eventbrite.
Okay. Thank you, Brooks, and thank you to all of you. So stay in touch, and anybody, Brooks, I need to send you this agenda so that you could send it out to people as a follow-up, okay?
Okay.
All right, I will do that. And thank you. I hear your words. Let's see, we have, I think mine started up here, but hang on. Inspiring, fab, joyful, embracing, hopeful, worthwhile, uplifting, light, sings. Oh, see the slide with the editing points again. Sure. Well, and you're gonna get the agenda as well. And that is a combination of something I sourced online, which I should have credited her, but it's also as interpreted by me. But I'll put that on the final agenda, okay, so you can find that link. All right, so thank you all so very much.